Going on, YouTubers? Mopar Man here. Out here today working on my folks' 2007 Chevy Silverado. For a while now, it's a daily driver, and it was a used truck when we bought it, and we've been checking up on the fluids and whatnot ever so often. And it was time to have the transmission fluid changed out. One thing you don't want to do on a used transmission is do an entire transmission flush. You only want to do the drop the pan if possible. If you're able to do that, drop the pan, clean the pan out, replace the filter, and put new fluid in. So I wanted to show you what I'm dealing with today, since I'm not used to these newer types of vehicles. I happen to have a Haynes manual that's helped me out quite a bit, and I also watched the video on YouTube to kind of get an idea. But anyway, as you can see, last time when I visited Springfield, Missouri, stopped at Napa, got their deluxe kit for the filter. It comes with a filter, transmission pan gasket, which is a combination cork rubber, and then the little seal sleeve, or however you want to say it. It's metal. It's a metal sleeve with the rubber lining and a rubber sleeve, like a lip. Anyway, give me a minute here and I'll show you. Ouch. I got the shop fan going, so bear with me. Anyway, I already got the that seal that you got to press in or pull out first, and then press the new one in. In order to get the old one out, I had to take a fairly new, I don't know if you here, let's see, fairly new sharp edge, straight edge screwdriver, and basically here is the old seal. It goes up like this. It has to be tapped in, and what I did is I couldn't get it out even with a special pair of like a heavy-duty scribe and hooked to a pair of channel locks, stuff like that. It just wouldn't budge. So what I did was I came in here right along the edge of this sheet metal lip with the edge of the screwdriver, just like this, and held it up there, and took a little hammer, hobby hammer, and basically was careful not to scratch or score the aluminum port that this sits up inside of. And I basically kept tapping until I was able to free this loose, and it started turning sideways inside the port of the transmission, and I was able to pull that out. And then what I did was, you've got to take the new one, I oiled it up, started to press it in there, and then once I got it to where it would stick, I started off with the back side of a what is this? A 3/4 socket, where the side has the most material, not this end, and started tapping it up in there till I got a certain spot. When you get to a certain spot, it starts banging up against the aluminum housing a little bit. So what I did was I switched over to this one. It's still a 1/2 inch extension, and I just slowly worked side to side, tapping the sleeve up in there not to overhit it and bend it up. And then once I got to a certain point, I switched off to a 3/8 drive extension with a flat tip, something flat, and I basically worked my way around the edge as I was tapping, making sure I keep this edge up on there, and I tapped it and got it all the way up in there until it's flush like it's supposed to be. And then this filter just pushes right in. Nothing's, that sleeve and lip is holding that filter in, which is kind of neat. To me, is kind of cheesy and just really cheap ass of how GM products are put together. I like how the Mopars have 1, 2, 3 bolts holding the filter on. But anyway, another thing I had to do, get all this crap out of the way here. Our pan happens to be a deep pan, but it doesn't have a drain plug like I've seen on some of the other factory ones, especially in like the Haynes manual. And what you got to do is, I don't know if you can see it from this angle right here, and then there's one up further up. This shifter bracket requires two of these little biatches right here to be taken out from the top, unscrewed from the top. So you basically got to get a long handled, like a 3/8 ratchet, and I used a Torx head fitting with the sorry, I'm all over the place, but I think it's a T35 or a T40. I have it somewhere in this mess on the ground with the rest of the sockets. That's what sucks about having to work out here in the dirt, the rocks. But anyway, so you got to take that loose in order to get to this transmission bolt, a pan bolt, and this bolt. And because right now we're looking at, this is the driver's side over here, and we focus the camera, decided to be an ass. Anyway, this is the driver's side, passenger side. But anyway, as you can see, factory cat runs into this factory Y pipe into what looks almost like a header collector, goes back, and there's that cherry bomb vortex muffler. But anyway, now I just got to clean the pan, inspect it, kind of see how it looks from there, and then in another video, I can't remember if it's this item right here or the one over here just in front of the gas tank. There is a evap valve that if your truck gets, I'll be doing a video on this, if your truck gets a check engine light and it says evap 1 and 2 codes, either these cheap factory plastic lines right up where the fitting goes, or they slide onto the valve or slash sensor or whatever, they get cracks in them, or the valve just starts to go bad and it'll throw a signal. I gotta fix that because the check engine light came on today on this damn thing, and that's what we found out that it is. So I'll be doing a video on that, stay tuned. But anyway, that's the type of crap I'm working on right now, because this is a daily driver. We need this truck to get back and forth, town, work, whatnot, until we get my truck and other stuff running for a daily driver back and forth. But until next time, stay tuned for more videos on this truck and the other projects, daily drivers, whatnot. Later.